Good morning. This morning's chat with coffee, we're going to be talking about the full moon in Aries. And I always like to say, I am not an astrologer. I do love astrology. I love all the nuances and information you can get. And it's almost like, to me, it's like the weather report or the news, the real news. And it can be a great guide for you to use. So I hope that this sort of inspires you to go on your own journey. I just put in a prompt in my chat GPT. I'm going to pull it up to tell you what I did. So I wrote, so the full moon in Aries is coming up on the 17th. And full moons are a great time to release and to let go. That's really what they're for. And with the intense energies of this one, I've been hearing from a lot of my astrology besties on the internet that it's not a great time to manifest. But I always say, like, also trust yourself. Do you know what I mean? You are ending a cycle. There's a lot of things ending that have begun and will continue to end over the next, I'd say, 6 months. So, letting go is really important, right? Before you sort of create what's next, you have to let go of things, right? You have to release things. You have to heal some things quite often. And just think about, like, if you're going to go plant your garden, you're not just going to throw shit on top of like last year's crap, right? You're going to clean up last year's crap probably a couple times, right? And then you're going to figure out, okay, what do I want to plant this year? Okay, do a little research, right? And then you're going to plant the seeds of that and then nurture that. Anyway, that's a little metaphor. So I put into my chat GPT for this full moon in Aries, I wrote, as a Cancer rising, I have Aries in my 10th house with Chiron retrograde. What are some themes and how can I best use the energy of the upcoming full moon in Aries? And then it gave me a theme. And it said key themes. It gives a couple of paragraphs of explanation, and key themes to work with. It said healing leadership wounds, embracing independence. So that's such a cool thing to do. So I will say it. So if you don't know your rising, you do need to know your rising sign. So you can go into Google and ask for free astrology chart, and it will give you put in your birth date, your time of birth. You must know your time of birth and where you were born, and it will give you your rising sign. So anyway, you can go to ChatGPT and you can say, as a blank rising, you can even put your chart in there to ChatGPT. But anyway, as a blank rising, what are some themes and how can I best use the energy of the upcoming full moon in Aries? I'll write that in the box below. So that's very helpful. So think about that Aries house and what are some endings? What are some lessons you've learned, especially in the past 6 months since the new moon in Aries, which was eclipse season. So that was very intense. So it could have been an intense time. So what have you learned? What do you want to clean up? What do you want to get rid of? What do you want to do so you can move forward? So what are the themes of the Aries house for your chart for you? You can also, another ending that's happening right now is Pluto in Capricorn's ending a 16-year cycle. So where's Capricorn in your chart? You're also ending a cycle there. So what have you learned these past 16 years? Do you know where, if you know where these things are in your chart, you can put them in the comments below. I'm happy to sort of give a little bit of information, but again, I'm not an astrologer. And this is a great time for an astrology reading. If you have a favorite astrologer, book a reading. Treat yourself. This is a great time to do it. Okay, so you're looking at where Aries is in your chart. You're looking at where Capricorn is in your chart, and you're journaling out. You're processing some of the lessons of those themes. Mine's career and relationship. Lots of things to process still. So I've been doing that. And also, so then you can even go a little bit deeper. There's so many nuances. That's why it's so great to have an astrologer. Use ChatGPT for this kind of stuff. Aries is ruled by Mars. Where is Mars in your chart? That's going to give you a little more information. Capricorn's ruled by Saturn. Where's Saturn in your chart? And collectively right now, Mars is in Cancer. Not the best. And it's about to go retrograde. There's a lot of information around that. Saturn has been in Pisces, about to go direct. That's been really interesting. All right, my battery's running out. So, full moon in Aries, Wednesday, start to release some stuff. Okay. And if you don't know your rising and if you can't figure it out, Aries is the first house of the zodiac. It's really about self and your physical being. So could be themes around that for some of you, or it's good to tap into those themes and what you've been learning and around those themes and what's time to let go of so you can move forward and be your best self. All right, thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you later.